So the other topic that I wanted to talk about today is the cards. So when you buy the game, it costs $20, but you get 10 packs with that, and you get 5 event tickets. So you kind of get like your money's worth of stuff there in the system. There will be a marketplace for selling and buying cards. Can you go over each hero? Oh, that might take too long, but I'll go over the best heroes at least. I'll go over the best heroes for those who care about constructor and stuff. Let's click this unowned because I don't have all the heroes just yet. So you will be able to buy and sell cards in the marketplace, whatever you have extras of, and you will buy the cards that you can buy the cards that you want the most for your deck. So your cards will retain some value. I expect only the rare cards to have value. I don't think there might be some particular uncommon. Let's say like green card, Mist of Avernus. There's a chance that one would be like this is one of the like best green cards. If you're playing a green deck, you probably want to be playing this. So there's a chance this would be like a couple of bucks maybe. It might have some value. There's a few uncommon cards that are very very strong that you want to have in your decks. Out of green, it might just be that honestly. Let's see red. Any uncommons? I'll get to the rares in a bit. Stonehall Elite is pretty good. There's a chance that would cost something. Legion Commander is one of the best heroes, and it is an uncommon one. So this is a hero that if you play the game, you will want to have a Legion Commander. Like you need a Legion Commander in your life if you are an artifact player. In blue, you want Luna. Luna might be worth $2. It's only an uncommon, but it's she's like the best blue hero. So that's another card from the uncommons that you might want. Is there anything else in the blue? I wanted to go through these uncommons. Commons and like the basic cards, I expect them to be very cheap. The value of each card due to the recycle system should be 5 cents. So even if you get terrible cards, you can swap 20 of any cards you want into an event tickets, which are worth $1. But like the commons, I don't think will have any real value. Most likely not. There are good commons too, but they are just very easy to acquire, and they might be worth something on day one when people want them immediately. But the common card and uncommon card values will go down, except maybe Luna and Legion Commander. Anything in black uncommon. I mean, Sorlas are great, but look at this. Like I already have 3 extras too, so. So I don't think uncommons are gonna be worth much. There's some good cards, but yeah, what I really wanted to talk about here with the cards is that like what do I think will be the most expensive cards? The cards that if you're playing a keeper draft, you don't wanna skip. The cards that you don't want to sell. I think the best cards, the most expensive cards out of the heroes. Let's talk about heroes first. Will be Axe. Axe is gonna be maybe the number 1 or it's in the top 2. It's gonna be Axe and Drow Ranger. Omni Knight is also okay in like draft, but Drow Ranger if you're playing Constructor, which obviously you need the collection for. Drow Ranger, Axe. Those are gonna be the top 2 heroes in the game. The most expensive, most popular ones. You can't really play a green deck in a competitive environment without a Drow Ranger. I think Drow Ranger is just much necessary. We can talk about why. Drow Ranger ability, of course. Well, there you see it on the left. So all other allies in all lanes have +1 attack. So Drow Ranger is like, if you count for all the buffs, it's like 15 and 7 or something, pretty fast. It's just a lot of pressure and it helps you with everything. And the signature card is called Gust, which silences all enemy heroes. So if you have initiative and you start with a Gust, your opponent is gonna be helpless for that round. So if the situation on the board is favorable for you and you Gust, it will get even better. This card is absolutely a blowout. It's amazing, especially on the high mana turns where you have like, let's say 9 mana or whatever. You do this because you can keep casting stuff. So with your 5 mana, you can make sure to keep the upper hand or like finish off the game or whatever. Drow Ranger is just a god, and Axe has the best stat line. Like red heroes are kind of famous for having strong stat lines. Axe does not have an ability like most heroes do, like an extra ability, but you could just say that the 2 armor that Axe has is his ability, because no other hero has 2 starting armor. That's pretty amazing. 7 and 11, that's incredible. It's like the strongest. Berserker's Call. Use an allied hero, it battles its enemy neighbors. So the neighbors were the one it's the one in front and the ones in like the corner position in front. So he will fight all of them. or your other allied hero does. 6 mana is quite a bit, but this is incredibly powerful because of the armor. If you attack 3 things, like the armor reduces damage from all of those. You have a chance to like kill 3 heroes at the same time with this Berserker's Skull. Especially with some items, this gets crazy. Because you can give Axe an armor item before you use this, or you can give Axe a weapon and maybe a health items, and then with all those items on Axe, when you use this, he just like demolishes everything. So Axe and Drow Ranger are the top heroes. In blue, I mean Kanna is pretty good. Kanna is definitely gonna have some value. I would expect Kanna to be valuable too. Probably not as much as the other ones, but Kanna will also be expensive, I think. In black, I mean Tinker is alright. Lich is good. Lich is good. I like Lich and Tinker both. Storm Spirit, not so much. But the Lich will probably be. Tinker is more of like a star player for a draft if you see a Tinker. I think Lich is gonna be maybe up with Kanna, like maybe like the second, like tier 2 hero. Could have some value out of the rares. So Lich, Kanna, Axe, Drow Ranger. Those are the most expensive heroes that I would expect to be for each color. So if you get any of those, you probably want to keep them and you don't want to sell them. Can you play more than 1 copy of a hero in Constructed? No, you cannot. You can only have 1 copy, so that's the good thing. So if you get an Axe or if you buy an Axe, you will only need 1 in your entire life. You will only need 1 Axe. So, for example, I had the Drow Ranger already, so I'm good on that. So that's what makes the heroes kind of like okay, like even if they cost a little bit. Once you have it, you always have it. And then you can keep playing your 1 Drow Ranger, you won't need more. So now we get to the rares. These might be even more expensive. The thing about these is that you will need 3 copies of this. So we have the Time of Triumph here, I actually have 1. But you will need 3 of these. Time of Triumph might be the most expensive rare card. I can't say for sure, but this is a crazy strong card in Constructed. If you're playing green-red, you can ramp into this as well. The modifiers, this is kind of like the finisher card. I expect the finisher cards for each color to be potentially the most expensive ones. Modifier allied heroes with +4 attack, 4 health, 4 armor, 4 cleave, 4 retaliate. It's pretty good, especially if you prepare for it well and you have multiple heroes on the same lane. So you buff, like, let's say you buff 3 heroes with this. I think Time of Triumph is gonna be the most expensive red card maybe. Spring the Trap will also be up there. Might be even as expensive. I don't think it's gonna be more expensive than Time of Triumph. Could be. Spring the Trap is definitely a good card and it's gonna cost money to get 3 copies of these. The thing about these, that even though this might be slightly easier to acquire than the heroes, you will need 3 of each. So if these are like, let's say, $15 each, it's kind of like, oof, like you gotta get 3 of these. So if you need 3 Spring the Trap and 3 Time of Triumph, this might be the most expensive like building blocks. But we don't know. Like, is Time of Triumph gonna be $5 or $25? I have no idea. These are the 2 like star players of red. Maybe like Mercenary Exiles or something is gonna be playable too. Maybe Rooted, but nah. Rest of this, I'm not so impressed. So the hero Axe from red and the Spring the Trap and Time of Triumph from the rares, I think. Those are gonna be the money cards. Let's go to green. What are the money cards of green? Cheating Death for sure. I expect people to be playing Cheating Death. I think that's gonna have some value. Emissary of Quorum, yes. Emissary of Quorum will have some value. Absolutely, these will be money cards. If you get an Emissary. I don't know how like popular it's gonna be. Keep in mind that I might miss a card that I don't like mention a card. It's quite possible there will be like Revtel Convoy. Could have value. I'm unable to like evaluate how good the gold strategy will be. Revtel Convoy might be worth something in like green-black, but I'm trying to like. I think that the ones that are going to be the most expensive ones are the ones that go into every green deck. So for example, Drow Ranger, if you're playing green, you put it in there. It doesn't go into a single, only like a particular strategy. So while Revtel Convoy is very powerful, it's only powerful in the gold accumulating deck of green-black. In green-black, Revtel Convoy is good because black provides you with gold, and then Revtel Convoy gets its attack from the gold. So I expect it to be a little bit cheaper because it goes to a very narrow strategy. Whereas Emissary of Quorum even, like you can play this in any green deck, I think. Anything else that really stands out? Thunderhide Alpha. I mean, it's mighty, but I don't think it's gonna be a thing. 9 mana is too much, and it doesn't even have siege. Black is gonna be playing cards like Slay and stuff. You don't get any value. Emissary at least you get the buffs off sometimes. If you like put it on a safe lane or something. I don't know. Thunderfired Alpha, maybe it could have some value. Probably not. Divine Purpose, no. So my green cards of choice would be Emissary of Quorum and Cheating Death. And then Troll Ranger for hero. Okay, let's go to blue then. So blue hero that I think is the most expensive will be Kanna. Out of blue cards, I think Annihilation will be the most expensive one. Condemn all units. This is just the Unearthed Secrets. Unearthed Secrets. Wait. Is that green? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I missed that one. Definitely Unearthed Secrets is also gonna hold value. That's my mistake. Yeah. I didn't see it there. I remember that it was an uncommon card. So Unearthed Secrets will also be valuable for sure. Draw a card after the combat phase if your tower was still damaged. So if you play this on round 1, it's quite easy to play it on a lane that is receiving damage on round 1, and then you already get the replacement card from it, because you can cast it across lanes, and then you will pick any extra cards. So this will also be a money card. Thank you, chat. It is definitely going to be valuable or expensive. Alright, so 3 cards from green then. So we had 2 cards from red. I didn't miss a card from red, right? I think it's just those 2. And maybe Mercenary Exiles, maybe Rooted, but what about Marrowfell Brawler? No, I don't think Marrowfell is gonna make the cut. It might have some value, but I don't think it's gonna be like one of the top cards. Because like in Constructed there are ways to deal with creeps, like Black has Slay and stuff. So like a single creep like this is not so good unless it's Emissary of Quorum, which buffs everything. Even though you can slay it before the buff happens. If you see your black opponent use their mana or something like... Because Marrowfell, it's just only 6 attack and stuff. It's not too threatening. Okay. So Annihilation because of Condemn all units is crazy strong. That's like what blue does. This is almost like a signature card of blue. This is the ultimate destroy everything of a lane. This is a rare card, it's very very powerful. I would expect Annihilation to both cost a lot of money and hold its value. There is a chance though that blue decks won't be as popular as green and red and black, because I think blue is a little bit weaker on maybe in some ways in so maybe if blue is getting played less, there's less people wanting to play blue and less people who want to buy blue cards, but this will be a very strong card. Incarnation of Selemene. I think this will also have some value for sure. I don't know how expensive, I'm incapable of evaluating it, but there's definitely decks that use this card. This is absolutely worth something. I don't know how much. It's a little bit more narrow on the strategy. I don't feel like it's a card that goes into every single blue deck. So it's kind of like on the same boat with the Revtel Convoy in some way. But yeah, lots of blue decks will want to play this. Bolt of Damocles, maybe like $1 or something. I don't know, like it's not crazy. Conflagration, it could have some value, but it's hard to say. Conflagration, yeah, probably in some ways you want to play this. At any cost, I think so. I think this will have some value. I think it's pretty powerful. It's only costs 3. I think this will be played in a blue decks. At any cost will definitely have value. Watchtower, no value. Fracture Timeline, no value. Whispers of Madness, no value. At any cost, yes, I think so. Will be good, will be worth money. Path of the Wise, no value. Wrath of Gold, no value. Fog of War, no value. Clip of Confusion, no value. Remote Detonation, no value. So it's like Incarnation, Annihilation, Conflagration. Why is everything some kind of Asian? At any cost Asian. Incarnation. Bolt of Damocles Asian. So all the Asians basically. You want the Asians, except for maybe Detonation. If it has Asian in it, then you probably it has value, except for Detonation. Alright, so yeah, Annihilation was my number 1 pick, but then we also have Incarnation and At Any Cost. That would be my top 3, I think. But blue is like the one that I'm the least sure about. And remember guys, I might also like sometimes miss a card, like maybe there's a sleeper in somewhere, like maybe there's a sleeper card. So I wouldn't recommend selling, but just to give you guys some kind of idea on how to like do a keeper draft if that's what you want to do for whatever reason. If you want to go into a keeper draft, I don't want you guys to like miss a money card. So here we go to the black. Black was my black choice of hero was the Lich that I mentioned. I think Lich is gonna be kind of like the one that has value. While Tinker is very good, in Constructed I'm unsure. I think it might have some value. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Because the one has 5 life. It's a superstar in draft. It might be very good in constructed too. Might be very good in constructed too. I wouldn't at least sell a Tinker. And if you have it in a keeper draft, you always pick Tinker. Because his card is... I'll show the Tinker thing. So his signature card is the March of the Machines. Before the action phase, if there are charges on March of the Machines, remove 1 and deal 2 damage to each to enemy tower and each enemy. So it deals 2 damage to everything, including the tower. So it's kind of like a little bit worse than Conflagration in some way. Conflagration was to deal 2 damage. And it does not have any charges. It also does not hit tower. But the thing about this is that for black, this effect is so much... It's worth a lot more than the blue. Because blue has a lot of similar effects. Blue can replace that effect. But black does not have anything like this. So the value of this is just incredible for black. Having an AoE in black is crazy strong. So yeah, Tinker also, like, do not... Always pick and do not sell. We'll see how the prices shake up. Escape route, bitter enemies, no. Assured destruction, no. Path of Cunning, no. Revital investments, I don't think so. I think the common card is better, so no. The Oath, I think yes. I don't know how good it is, but if there's a Smork card in the game, this is it. This is the number 1 Smork card of the game. Black is the most aggressive color. So if you're playing a fast deck, this could actually be worth quite a bit. I am unsure though, like how effective are black decks like that. But this card, at least it's in draft, you wanna play it. It's very powerful in draft, and I think it will be pretty good. Can you elaborate on the path of the cards? It's too slow, and it's after you play a black card modify, it takes a long time. It's not even that powerful of an effect, and it's situational. It takes a long time. So each color had these path cards. But they are just not very good. They are more like for the flavor, I think. But yeah, the Oath, Coordinated Assault. This is a very strong card in draft, but I don't know. Technically, this is a pretty good card because the moment you play this, it already buffs the hero with +2 attack and the allies. So you get like 6 attack just on the turn you play this, and then you have increased value. So this is much better than Path of Cunning, for example, because you get a big immediate effect of 6 attack for that round, and then you also get 6 attack next rounds whenever you play a black card. If you play multiple black cards, you get like 6 attack, 12 attack, 18 attack total if you have allies next to it. It's also nice that when you like take a tower, you can relocate the hero that has the modification. But I don't know how effective the black aggressive strategies are. Pit Fighter, Ravenous Mess, nah. I don't really know about these black cards. Like, there has to be some black rare that's worth something. Steam Cannon. None of these really like stand out to me like as the go-to thing. I'm not sure. Like it's much more clear on these. Like, you know, Time of Triumph is gonna be expensive in the context of Artifact. I don't know if it will be like expensive in compared to other games and stuff, but these will be the money cards. But like I don't see it in black in the same way. I guess if I had to name something, it would be like the Oath and Coordinated Assault, but I don't really. I haven't seen those aggressive decks very much. Assassin's Shadow, no. I'm not feeling these as much, guys. But please do draft deck Lich and Tinker and do keep those. Maybe Sniper? Sniper was, I believe it's an uncommon card, so it won't be that expensive. You wanna have a Sniper and Sorlakan, like these are good cards. Oh, items next, yeah. But yeah, black has a lot of good cards, and black is a strong color. It's just, it kind of looks like maybe the black cards are not in the rare section. That would be like the MVPs. But we'll see. Alright, moving on to the items, guys. So I did a good amount of pitching about how Blink Tracker would be very expensive, so they made it uncommon. That's nice. So a lot of the best items are actually uncommon here. So that's good news for those who wanna not use too much money. Most of the best items, the Revital Signet Ring, the Imagining Maul, Blink Dagger, these are all cards that you need to have, and Blink Dagger in particular. Like this is, you have to have these. So Blink Dagger might be like the most expensive uncommon in the game, because you just have to have these. There's no other ways to relocate your hero in the same way. It's also the 2 attack and it only costs 7 gold. If Blink Dagger was a rare card, I think it would be the most expensive card in the game. Because everyone needs to have 3 of these. You gotta have 3 of these, at least 2. Helm of Dominator, yeah. Because Helm of Dominator is rare. But Helm of Dominator only goes in some decks too, and it's more like it's better in draft than it is in constructed. But yeah, Blink Dagger, Demagazing Maul, Revtal Signet Ring. Glasusmere Hourglass as well. This is a counter card to many of. This is a very strong constructed card. Because there are strategies that draw a lot of cards. So when you're playing against a blue deck that draws the entire deck in one turn, the cards that they draw in that turn, it kind of like breaks the combo. So Glasusmere is very good too. Helm of Dominator, I mean, yeah. I'm unsure how good this is in constructed. But yeah, it's like this is the MVP of draft sometimes. I would also keep that. Plate Mail, trash. Heroescape, trash. Claymore, trash. Obliterating Orb, trash, I think. Golden Ticket, I don't know. We'll just have to figure out how good that is, 9 gold. I'm not sure if that's playable in what decks. Unsure about Golden Ticket. Keenfolk Plate, trash. I think Jasper Dagger's trash too. Face Boots. There are decks that use Face Boots. Like Face Boots can be good, but I don't know if it'll have much value. It's not as good as some of the others. Not as good as these and the Blink Dagger. Assassin's Veil, also like okay, but I don't know if it'll have value. You will need 3 Stonehold Cloaks, but it's a common card, so I don't think it's gonna cost anything at all. You definitely want 3 Stonehold Cloaks in your collection, yep. Okay, let's move on to the rares. So Horn of the Alpha is very good, and you need it in gold stacking decks. I think that's gonna be a playable card. Nutasser's card, Apotheosis Blade, Shopdeed, Windfall Hammer, Shiva's card. I don't think so. Poaching Knife is a card that I kind of feel like it has a lot of potential, because it costs only 8 and then you get like 5 gold for 1 hero kill already. So this might be like, I'm not saying it will be like some kind of expensive card or MVP or anything, but this is one of those cards that could maybe be better than, it has a chance to be a lot better than what people think right now. It might be like a bit of a sleeper. Maybe. Might not be. Okay, back to the track. So the good cards here are Horn of the Alpha and Vesture of the Tyrant. Vesture of Tyrants is gonna cost money, for sure. Your hero, he has +3 armor and rapid deployment, so he will come back if he dies on the next round. That's very powerful effect. And Tower has +3 armor. Wow! This +3 armor on Tower buys you a lot of time against, well, if your opponent is trying to go for like an 80 and stuff, with lots of creeps and stuff. It only costs 90. There's a huge difference between 19 and 25. I think the 25 gold cost items will only be available to black with the black, like the gold stacking stuff. But 19 is available across line for other colors too. You can have like everything else be cheap, but then you have like Vesture of Tyrant too. I think this will be the most expensive item because more colors can use it than Horn of the Alpha. Even though Horn of the Alpha for black deck might be better, I think because more decks can use this. It's like the one playable one playable rare in multiple colors. I might be missing something here, but I think these two. And Shield of Aquila is in a vacuum. It's pretty good, but I don't know if it finds its place in a constructed. Braces of Sacrifice could situationally be good in some deck. Another like card that I kind of like think it has potential in some spots, but it hasn't been like fully figured out. So these are my, if I had to pick like some sleepers from here, maybe these two, Poaching Knife and Bracers. But they are right now, they're not getting played much, I think. Shield of Aquila good in draft, or pretty good in draft, but not maybe in constructed. We'll see, I'm not sure. But yeah, Vesture of Tyrant, Horn of the Alpha, Vesture #1 in items. And uncommon items might have value. Blink Dagger, you have to have 3, just to like recap. I'm very curious to see what Blink Dagger price is gonna be. It might be cheap because if there's a lot of uncommons, but because there will be so many people, like everyone wants to have Blink Daggers. These would be like $100 each if it was like a rare item. Whew. Yeah, I think it's gonna cost still, even as uncommon. We'll see. Yeah, that's pretty much that. If it was rare, Mikitsu, if it was rare. Alright, I think we are gonna start playing again. So that was a bunch of talking. I wanted to do those two things. I wanted to talk about the cards, so you guys don't miss up on any of the best stuff if you draft. I hope that was helpful.